and welcome to tonight's presentation of UGA Ice Dawgs hockey. Tonight we will see the Ice Dawgs take on the Clemson Ice Tigers on the road. Last time these two teams played each other was last year in the outdoor games at the Classic Center Pavilion. UGA won that one 5-0 with a Nick Newbold shutout. And we will see him here tonight again as he gets the nod for the Dogs. Last season, the season series between these two teams was 2-0 Dogs. That aforementioned 5-0 win, as well as a 5-4 win here in Clemson. An overtime win at that, courtesy of Josh Mazzaros. As we get set for the opening face-off, we'll take a look at the starting lineup for Clemson. At left wing, number 25, Jack Owen Turner. At center, he's not actually on my lineup, so. Right wing, we got Soli Kopp. And on defense, it's Brian Blomquist and Benjamin Brucker. In goal, John Kearney. For the Dogs, it's Mazzaros, Conway, and Bigdo, with Poole and Strauss on the back end and Newbold in goal. As the first faceoff is won by Clemson, but the Dogs get control quickly after. Back in front of the Dogs bench now. Centering pass taken away there by Conway. Mazzaros chips it off the boards. Blomquist there. D-to-D pass and up the boards. But mishandled there in front of the Clemson bench. The Dogs will get control back by their own blue line. Stretch pass intended for Bigdo was just out in front. This one will be icing. Face off inside the Georgia zone to the right of Newbold. And it's won by the Tigers. Dumping attempt goes off the skate of Bigda and all the way down into the Clemson zone. Blomquist chasing. He takes a hard check from Bigda in the corner, but the Tigers will take it the other way. That puck is dumped into the corner there. That's Chazar for the Tigers, one of their leading scorers. 14 points in 10 games there for Nicholas Chazar as that puck goes in behind the Dogs' net. Strauss wheels it back behind, but his pass intended for Poole goes out in front. That one's just short of icing, and the Tigers will take it up behind their own net. Dubose is chased there by Punzenberger. Parente with it now inside the Dogs' blue line, off the boards, up for Punzenberger. He takes a check, and it's taken away from him. Dubose with it now. Cycling back, but Eberle's there for the Dogs. Eberle on the circle. Down low, Punzenberger in the corner with it now. He's hounded, tries to drop it off for Parente, and he does. Centering pass for Eberle was behind him, and the Tigers will come back the other way. Bryant dumps it into the near corner. Martin there for the Dogs. Rims it around the boards, Parente with it, but Eberle couldn't control the pass. Out of the corner, shot in front, but no one was there. Puck hemmed in there. That's a good play by Christian Romeo. Out in the slot, but no one's there, and the Dogs will get control. Martin behind his own net, D-to-D pass for Gannon. Up the boards for Parente, and he'll chip it, but not quite enough to get it out of the zone. Gannon with it again. Gannon looking up ice over to Parente on the wall. And he'll just dump that one in as the Dogs get a change. Romeo in behind his own net now. Nice move to get out of his own zone. And he'll dump it into the near corner. Newbold in to stop it behind the net. Haugen first man to it. Nice play at the side of the net there. O'Brien trying to center it out in front, but into the skates of Papa. That one's dumped into the corner by Papa. Haugen there for the Dogs. Out in front for Spicer, but a miscue there. Newbold forced to play it up the boards for Gutman. But it's poked away from him at the point and back down into the Dog zone. Burnett D-to-D for Haugen. Up the boards, Bartow mishandled it. Shot from the point, easily gloved by Newbold. Face off to the left of Newbold inside the Georgia zone. Bartow comes away with it off the draw. Bartow across the blue line, drops it off for Gutman. Gutman with a shot, rebound popped out in front, but Spicer's stick was tied up. Good defensive play there. Here come the Tigers the other way. Owen Turner dumps it into the corner. Rimmed around behind the net. Kopp chasing it now. Haugen there for the Dogs off the glass, intended for Bartow, but he takes a check at the point with a shot, and it's gloved down by Newbold. And he'll hold on to it. Face off once again to the left of Newbold. Face off won cleanly by Maurer. Strauss in behind his own net, rims it around the boards. But Santa Maria couldn't quite get it out. Actually, they ruled that it was offsides on the play. So we'll have a face-off just outside of the Georgia zone. The Dogs on a 5-game win streak right now after 2 big wins last weekend against Alabama and Georgia Tech to clinch the Veterans Cup in Huntsville, Alabama. Clemson on a win streak of their own with 2 as they beat Kennesaw in their last 2 games. 8-3 and 5-2 were the scores of those games. The Dogs 3-1 in both of theirs last weekend. So they'll look to continue their recent success as that one's dumped into the zone after a big check at center ice on Poole. Good forecheck there. Brucker taking down Santa Maria in the corner. Maurer digging for it, but it pops out to Blomqvist. He goes up the boards. Poole there to pinch, and that one will go up and out of play. Face off inside the Clemson zone to the left of Kearney, and it's won by the Tigers and poked off the glass, but not enough for icing as Strauss has to take that one in his own zone. Good keep there at the blue line. Centering pass attempt, but it just goes off the skate of Gouveia. Nice move there by Conway in his own zone, and he'll take it across center himself. Conway walking down the left wing side. Now he takes a shot, but it's tipped off a stick and into the corner. Poole pinching but couldn't hold on to it. It comes back out to center where Gannon plays it. Up for Conway. Nice move at the blue line across from Mazzaros. He takes a shot. Rebound loose. Cleared out to the slot. Gannon with it. Turnaround shot, but he couldn't get all of it. Stretch pass, but a good defensive play there by Gannon. The Tigers regain control, though. 2-on-1. Nice shot, but a good save by Newbold, and he'll hold on to it. I mentioned that Clemson won their last 2 games 8-3 and 5-2 over Kennesaw. The Dogs just a couple of weeks ago played KSU and they won 14-0. And another Nick Newbold shutout. Face off won by the Tigers. Up at the point it's Romeo with it. Goes across to his partner Carey down low. It's Papa in behind the net. Eggmeyer with it. He's hounded there by Conway. Good play by Conway to get control. Bigda with it now on the half wall. And a pass out in front for Mazzaros. Drops it off for Gannon. Here they come. Gannon down the right wing side looking for Mazzaros, but he's hooked up. We got a penalty coming up on the Tigers. So a good play there by Mazzaros to draw the hooking penalty. Sorry, they're calling it interference. It's going to be number 3, Colby Carey, going to the box for the Tigers. So it's an Ice Dawgs power play with just over 5 minutes gone in this first period. We'll take a look at the power play unit out there for the Dogs. A little bit of a different look going early in this one. Eberle at center with Parente and Punzenberger on the wings, and Gutman and Haugen at the point. Face-off won by the Tigers, but Haugen able to keep it in on the clearing attempt. Down low in the corner, Brucker with it. He's hounded by Punzenberger, who comes away with it out of the corner. Punzenberger looking to the point, Haugen with it. Return pass for Punzenberger, and back to Haugen looking for a shot, but he has to go across to his partner, Gutman. Back up top to Haugen. They play catch with it. Gutman with a shot from the circle. Rebound in front. Eberle tries to put one home, but he couldn't quite get a hold of it. A good save there. Clearing attempt is stick down, so it doesn't go all the way down the ice. Haugen with it for the Dogs. up for Punzenberger. Halligan had a power play goal of his own against Kennesaw last week, or 2 weeks ago, pardon me, as Punzenberger cuts to the net, but it's taken away from him and fired all the way down the ice. So the Tigers will get a change in penalty killing unit. 1 minute left to go on the Dogs' power play as Poole wheels it in himself. Cutting the net, his shot is stopped. That one took a weird bounce. It looked like it might have been in for a second, but it looks like it got caught up in the arm of John Kearney. So the face-off will be deep inside the Clemson zone. 1 minute exactly left to go on the Dogs' power play. Face-off won cleanly by Conway. Bigda drops it off for Poole at the point, but it's taken away from him at the half wall and skated out by Samuelson. He'll dump it in on Newbold, who leaves it for Poole. Poole circling back and looking up ice. Drops it off, but just out of reach of Gannon, so the Dogs will regroup once again. Up for Poole. Cross ice for Conway. Conway with speed down the left wing side. Cutting in, but it's taken away from him and fired right back out by Charles Dubose of the Tigers, so they'll change penalty killers once again. 20 seconds left to go on the Dogs' power play. Poole with it on the half wall now, walking into the corner. Drops it off for Bigda, but it comes right back to Poole. Down low, Mazzaros within the corner, looking for someone in front, but it goes off a skate. Mazzaros gets control of it again in the corner. 5 seconds on the power play, shot turned away and held on to with 1 second left on the clock. So we are back to even strength as the penalty of Colby to Carey expires. Bigda in behind the Clemson net. Back down low, but a pass goes off the boards, and Conway doesn't get control of it. Good stick there at the blue line. Puck goes back into the Dog zone. Burnett up the boards looking for Bigda, but just out of reach of him. Puma at center ice, trying to dump it in, but it's poked away by Ralston, and he'll skate it out himself. Drops it off. A shot from the high slot was blocked in front off the skate of Bartow. Kopf with it in the corner. He's joined by Owen Turner. Kopf cutting the net. His shot goes high. Mazzaros with it now. Drops it off for Conway. It's poked away just out of his reach. Trying to punch it into the zone, but it goes into the Clemson bench. So we'll get a whistle here. Inside the Clemson zone. Looking up ice, but a good strip there by Gutman walking in from the high slot. His shot blockered away by Kearney. On the boards, Bartow with it. And you'll see Gutman is slotted in on this line with Spicer and Bartow as Robbie Whitmer's out with an injury. Cutting in, shot turned away by Newbold. Good save on the shot from Chazar. Clearing attempt, glove down at the blue line. Good play there at the point by Brucker. Here's Chazar with it. Back up top to Brucker. Looking to shoot one, but it goes back down into the corner. Hainold with it. Back up top, Brucker. Chazar. Good cycling here by the Tigers. Still looking for a shot on this shift. Walking out of the corner, but he whiffs on the shot. Back up top, Blomqvist with it. He takes his shot, blockered away. High stick on the play. Puck went in. The referee immediately waves it off. And that one was a clear high sticking. So puck will be, face-off will be outside of the Georgia zone in front of the UGA bench. Face-off won by Maurer. Strauss with it inside the Georgia zone. DDD for Poole, off the wall. Santa Maria with it now. Waits for his man to touch up. Back for Strauss. Takes a shot from the point, but it was tipped into the corner. Samuelson with it. Good breakout here for the Tigers. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Dropped off Bailey or Bryant with it, but his shot went wide. Good pinch there at the point by Dubose. Still battling for it. Dubose and Maurer digging. And a whiff on the shot there from Schweitzer. Santa Maria, nice move at his own blue line there to get around his man, and he'll just poke it into the near corner. Up ice picked off by Eberle, and he'll come back the other way for the Dogs. Dumped into the corner. Good check there in front of the Clemson bench as Eberle goes down. Up to Poole at the point. Puck in front, rebound pops out, but Parente couldn't quite get a good shot away. Eberle cycling up to Poole, he takes a shot, he scores! Poole on the one-timer, and the Dogs take the lead. So the Dogs take an early lead on the one-time goal from Leighton Poole as they win the face-off and shoot it right back into the zone. Parente took a high hit here on the near boards, no call on the play. Eberle in the corner. Walking out, Punzenberger looking for him in front, but it's taken away in the slot, and the Tigers come back the other way. Papa with it. Nice move at the circle. He takes his shot, but it goes off the side of, looked like Newbold's mask. So a nice scoring chance there from Thomas Papa. Face-off will remain Newbold. Off the tie-up again, comes away with it. Goes off the boards. Mazzaros gloves it down. And he'll chip it off the boards himself. Bigda with it now. Chasing it into the corner. Down low, Conway in the opposite corner. Walking out. He takes a shot, goes off the side of the net. Mazzaros in behind. He takes a check there in the corner. Gannon able to glove down the clearing attempt, though. Looking across for Conway, but it goes off a skate, and the Tigers will come back the other way. Owen Turner with a shot, but it's easily sticked away there by Newbold. Martin missed his check, and this one will go out of play. Face off inside the Georgia zone. And it's won by Conway. Gannon off the boards and back into the Clemson zone. Good play here by Bigda cutting the net. Walking in, and his shot was tipped over the net as he goes down into the goalie. Looks like everyone's okay. Off the tie-up, the Tigers come away with it. Dubose goes off the boards. But it's hemmed in by Martin, and that one finally gets through into the Dogs' zone. Out in front, walking in. Good check by Conway to separate his man from the puck. Out in front, nice move there by Chazon. Rebound. Newbold saves another. Puck still loose, and it's finally whistled down. What a sequence, and a great couple of saves from Newbold. Keep the Tigers off the board. Face-off won cleanly by the Tigers. At the point, it's Samuelson down low under the half wall for Kopp. Out in front, but it's sticked away by Bigda. And cleared. Conway with it down the left wing side. Nice move. He'll stop up and wait for help. Over the point for Halgam. He takes a hard check on the half wall. Conway slow to get up. Delayed penalty on the Tigers. And the Dogs will go to the power play once again with a little bit of extra happening in the corner. So out of all that, the Dogs will go to the power play. We'll see if there's any extras for what happened after the whistle. Looks like they're taking Mazzaros for the Dogs. So it looks like the signal from the referee is 5-on-5, maybe. I'll just wait and let him figure it out down there. So the penalties up on the board are saying 5 minutes for Clemson, number 13, Thomas Samuelson, and 2 minutes for Georgia's number 26, Josh Mazzaros. So while everybody remembers how to count, we'd like to take a moment to reach out to all our parents watching at home. A lot of our UGA hockey parents are known to travel into Georgia and to other places where the Dogs are playing. Just a couple of weeks ago when the Dogs were in Kennesaw, one of our players, Connor Lebrecht's parents, were in Georgia for the game. He's from New Hampshire. That's a long trip for them. We'd like to give a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Lebrecht. So it looks like we figured it out now. It's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for about 2 minutes, and then the Dogs will have a power play for the rest of the 3. Clemson's number 13, Thomas Samuelson, seems to have left the game. Out of all of that, I think the referee forgot to signal what the call was, so my apologies for that. But Clemson wins it inside their own zone. 4-on-4, a little bit extra room out there for these teams. Dogs a very fast team, so this is, I'd like to think, in their favor. As Bigda chases into the opposite corner, plays it down low. Conway out of the corner now. He takes his shot, but it's tipped high. Haugen able to punch it back in. Bigda chasing in behind the net, and he's pinned into the wall. Conway in to help him out. Conway loses an edge out of the corner, though. Nice toe drag there off the half wall to keep control of it, but it's finally taken away from him and punched out to center. 2-on-1 for the Tigers now. Pass out in front. Shot goes way high. Missed opportunity there for the Tigers as they had a clear 2-on-1, but the Dogs will take it the other way. Conway actually peels it back to regroup here. Stretch pass intended for Parente, goes off a skate, but Parente gets back control of it. Conway in across the blue line, but he'll stop up and gain better entry. Nice move at the blue line there by Conway. Drops it off for Martin. Down the half wall, looking for Parente on the back door, but it goes off a skate in the high slot. Back up top, Strauss with control now for the Dogs. Across from Martin. Down low, Parente in the slot. He takes a shot. Quick backhand there. Nice decision there. Parente gets control of it off his own rebound, but Punzenberger lost it on a deke attempt. Strauss able to stop it at his own blue line, though. Punzenberger trying to go off the boards. Stick got into the skates of Owen Turner. No call there. Martin with it, circling back into his own zone. 20 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4 here before the Dogs get a 3-minute penalty. Good stop there by the Tigers on their own blue line. Kopf drops it off for Owen Turner with a shot off the low circle, but a good save there by Newbold, and a quick whistle as every official on the ice thought that one was covered up. So 8 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4 here. As faceoff's won cleanly by the Tigers, shot goes about a mile wide to the left. Punzenberger curls it back into his corner, and the Dogs are on the power play. Stretch pass for Parente goes off the boards, but Mazzaros does a good job to curl it back. Punzenberger walking into the high slot. Couldn't quite get a shot away, drops it back off for Poole at the point, and he'll just punch it in behind the net where Mazzaros will chase. Gloves it down. We got a weird whistle there. I think referee signaling a hand pass, but Mazzaros gloved it down to himself, so that's the wrong call, actually. He gloved it down to his own stick. That is not a hand pass, but the puck will, or the faceoff will leave the zone. So the referees will explain this one to head coach of the Ice Dawgs, John Camp. And we'll have another break. Face-off won by the Tigers, and they'll shoot it down and kill a few seconds off this penalty, but that puck went out of play on the short glass here on the near side. You can't really see it from the camera angle that we have here up in the rafters, but the glass is shorter on this near side. So face off back inside the Clemson zone. 2:37 left to go on the power play for the Dogs. Face off won by the Tigers. Bigda with it in the corner. Cycles it down low from Mazzaros back to Bigda on the half wall. He'll walk it into the corner himself, looking up to the point. Gannon with it now. Back to Bigda. He takes a shot, but it goes off the pad. Good save there from Kearney. Mazzaros into the board, plays it over for Bigda. Up top, Gannon walking the line. He shoots it, looking for a tip. Conway in front, but a good stick there by O'Brien. He takes Conway into the boards. And the Tigers will skate it out, kill a few more seconds off the clock, down to under 2 minutes now left on the penalty. And Gannon will cycle it back and look up ice himself. Across for Poole, and he'll walk it across the Clemson line. Rims it in behind the net, Conway on the other side. Mazzaros down, looking for Conway out of the corner. He couldn't quite handle it, so he'll chase it into the opposite side. Out of the corner now. Conway with a shot. He scores! What a shot from Declan Conway as he picks his corner. It's a power play goal for the Dogs. Makes it 2-0. And we'll remind you that this is a 5-minute power play for the Dogs. So on a major penalty like that, the player will stay in the box, unlike a normal power play. So it's still going to be 5-on-4 here after that power play goal from Conway. What a shot out of the corner. And he's a righty. That's a tough shot coming out of that right side corner. He has to stop and fully turn his body around to get that one off. Might have been why Kearney couldn't quite see it. Either way, it's 2-0 Dogs. Face off one all the way back into the Georgia zone. Haugen plays it across for Gutman. Haugen looking up ice once again. Gutman in. That one shot into the zone. Good play there by Romeo. He's walking in. A good chance for Romeo shorthanded for Clemson, but it's sticked away from him. And Gutman will play almost a bad turnover there in behind the net, but Eberle gets control. Drops it off. Haugen down the left wing side now. He's hounded in front of the Clemson bench, but keeps control of it. Tight roping the line now. Across for Gutman. Back to Haugen on the point. Over to Punzenberger in Ovechkin's office, looking across for Gutman, but couldn't quite handle the pass. Back across, intended for Parente, but it was bouncing in, and he couldn't get his shot away. Stopped up at the line, Parente trying to kick it in, and he does. Still battling for it on the half wall. Played down low. Eberle with it, walking out of the half wall. Up top, Haugen with a shot. Tipped in front, just over the net. And a clear here for Clemson. Another close call on this long Georgia power play. 20 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Dogs. One last rush if they hurry. Eberle to Punzenberger at center, and he'll carry it across the line himself. But his pocket is picked on the back check, and that one will actually leave the zone. Gutman forced to clear it. But it's kicked away and shot into the zone by Hainold. So that will do it for the Dogs' power play. A successful one at that, as they made it 2-0. Puma up the boards. Maurer inside his own zone. Stops on the blue line. But that one looks like it left the zone for a second, but is carried back in. Punzenberger with it now. Maurer in to help him out. Trying to carry it out, but a good stick there by Chazar. And Clemson will regroup inside their own blue line. Blomqvist with it. Over to Hainold, and he'll fire it into the opposite corner. Puma D-to-D pass for Burnett behind the net. Maurer out of his own zone now. He's hounded at center ice, and it's chipped into the zone. Puck looked like it went off the netting there, but referee signals that it didn't. Played out to center. Here's Hainold with it for the Tigers. Walking down the right wing side, makes a move around Puma, forced into the corner. Goes up to the point, but a bad pass leaves the zone. So the Dogs will get a change on the play. Here's Brucker with it behind his net. Looking for help out of his own zone. 2 minutes left to go in this first period as Martin pulls it back inside the Georgia zone. Throws back and looks for help up the left wing side. But it's just chopped right back in. Campbell able to hold it down. Battling in front of the Georgia bench. Gutman still digging for it. Spicer chasing now, but couldn't quite get a stick on it. Owen Turner hit by Martin at the near boards, but it's taken in just a hair offside, so we'll get a whistle here. Face off right in front of us here, just outside of the Georgia zone. And it's won by Spicer. Martin plays it across for Gannon. D-to-D once again. Martin stretch pass for Bardo, but just out in front of him. Dubose to his partner Samuelson. So Samuelson did not leave the game earlier. Looking for Gutman in front, but he couldn't quite get a shot away. Curled back up top to Martin at the point. He takes a shot, goes off Bardo's stick, and it's gloved. Nice chance there for the Dogs. Bardo didn't seem quite ready for the shot pass from Martin. Face off deep in the Clemson zone, and it's won by the Tiger. Dubose behind his own net takes a hard check there from Conway. Gouveia in to help him out. Conway and Mazzaros for the Dogs. Gouveia comes away with it, but Bigda's right there to get control once again for the Dogs. Samuelson looking way up ice, off the glass, but a good stick there by Gannon to take away that chance. Schweitzer shot, tipped high. Bigda on the rebound, but it's blocked in the low slot. Conway turnaround shot off the stick of Gannon. 3 seconds, 2, and that will do it for the first period here. So a good first period for the Dogs. A little bit of extra going on here after the final buzzer. But cooler heads prevail as the teams head to the locker room. The Dogs lead by 2. We'll see you right back here for second period action. Welcome back to second period action of UGA Ice Dawgs hockey. The Dogs currently lead the Clemson Tigers 2-0. And we'd like to take a moment to flash you back to last time the Dogs were here in Clemson with Josh Mazzaros' 5-4 overtime winning goal.
Come the Dogs. Mazzaros passes it back to Gannon. And it stops up on the mishandle. Passes it over to Eberle at the blue line. Eberle fires it over to Mazzaros. Mazzaros shoots. He scores! Messi with the goal. The Dogs win in overtime.
And what a goal that was. A great feed from Eberle on that 2-on-1 in the 3-on-3 overtime. An exciting game for the Dogs for sure back then, but this one is going a little bit more like they would like it to, with a pretty comfortable 2-0 lead in that first period. I would say it's pretty much all Georgia through the first 20. So we'll take you back for the first period recap. Not a whole lot, but a power play goal from Leighton Poole on the one-time shot from the point, and a highlight reel goal from Declan Conway walking out of the corner. That one also on the power play, the long power play for the Dogs. So they are 2 for 2, or 2 for 3, pardon me, thus far on the night. And that shot from Conway was really impressive. Walking out of that right-hand corner as a righty, able to pick his spot up and over the glove side of John Kearney. Just an excellent goal. That one will certainly be on our highlight reel as we get set for second period action. We'll take a look at the lineup for the Dogs. It's going to be that first line of Bigda, Conway, and Mazzaros, with Poole and Strauss on the back end. For the Tigers, it's Kopf and Owen Turner on the wings, with Brucker and Blomqvist on the back end. I do not know the Clemson centerman's name, as he is not on their roster, as that faceoff is won by the Dogs, and we are go for second period action. Taken to the corner, but a good check there by Conway on the back check to take away that chance. Poole up the boards for Mazzaros, lays it easily for Bigda. Trying to cut to the net. Nice move there by Bigda, but couldn't quite get a scoring chance out there. Centering pass attempt easily sticked away by Kearney, and no one was home anyway. For the Dogs, hard check in the corner. Mazzaros comes away with it, peels back and punches it back in deep. Conway on the half wall, his pass taken away by Blomqvist and floated all the way out to center, but Poole punches that one right back into the Clemson zone. Feather off the boards, trying to get it out to center, but Bigda was there. Finally, it's chopped out. Poole back with it for the Dogs now. Good back check there by Bigda to take away that chance. His pass was just out in front of Conway. Into the corner, Mazzaros first man to it. Looking for Conway in behind the net. He loses an edge, but chops it into the opposite corner. Punzenberger chasing for the Dogs in the middle of a change. Up to the point, stepping into it was Martin, but Kearney easily gloves that one down. I'd like to apologize again for the technical difficulties in the first period. We were hoping we figured everything out, so we'll have a little bit smoother of a stream so far. But like I said, we will have a full uploading of the game without lag later on this weekend, and a condensed highlight reel. Looks like trouble with the clock. A few extra seconds ran off. I had 18:48. They had 31. So they'll get fixed there. Face off inside the Clemson zone to the left of Kearney. Off the tie-up, it's a shot off the face-off, and it's turned away into the corner. Punzenberger chasing now, rimmed around the other side. It's Kopf with it, floated out to center. Chazar now trying to get it in deep, and he upends Gannon. No call on the play. Shot off the goal line. Good save there by Newbold. Puck still bouncing around in the low circle. Good play there. Dubos with it now. He's taken into the boards by Gannon. Samuelson with a shot blockered away by Newbold. Good save there. Played back down into the corner to Hainold. Here's Chazar with it. Drops it back off for Haynold on the good shot there from the goal line, but that one went up and out of play. Looks like it hit the ceiling. Another thing about this rink is the low ceiling on that bench side. You can see that it's on an incline coming up towards us and the rafters. So that is a factor when you're clearing the puck on that other side. And on that note, last week the Dogs in Huntsville in the game against... In the Alabama game, the Tech game in Huntsville, the puck went out of play and hit a pipe behind the UGA bench and burst it. So there was a huge delay in that game. But hopefully that will not be happening tonight, as it took long enough for these players to get their gear dry after that one. That one's dumped into the opposite corner. Spicer with it. Gutman punches it back down deep. Played out to center, but Burnett was there, and he gets a shot away, just a few inches wide. Battling for it on the near half wall. Still digging for it, 2 guys aside. Puck goes up to the point. Haugen unable to keep it in. So it will go all the way back into the Georgia zone. No icing, though, as Haugen, they say, touched it. Good play there from the Tigers defenseman to stop that clearing attempt, but Gutman gets it right back. Here comes Spicer now for the Dogs. In all alone, cutting to the net, but a good play there to take his stick away, and the goalie will cover. So out of that, it looks like the Dogs will be going on the power play, as number 17, Christian Romeo, heads to the box. The Dogs 2 for 3 so far tonight. They will look to make it 3 for 4. As that top power play is back out there, Conway, Bigda, and Mazzaros with Poole and Gannon on the backside. Poole with it, down low, Mazzaros in the corner. Looking back up top, Poole. Cross for Gannon. Cycling now, down low is Bigda. Leaves it for Mazzaros. And back to Bigda. Walking out down low again, Mazzaros. Looking for Conway out in front, but off his skate. And cleared. Gannon unable to stop that one as it bounced right over his stick. So the Dogs will take it back inside their own zone. And quick up here as Bigda tries to leave it for Conway, but it was taken away from him by Owen Turner. Bigda down the left wing side. Good play there by the Dogs. He'll stop up and wait for help. Along the line for Poole, but just out of his reach. Poole gets control of it again, though. Looking across, Bigda with it, but couldn't quite get a shot settled. Out in front, Conway in the high slot. He takes his shot, but it goes high. Bigda with control again on the far half wall. Shot from Poole at the point, tipped in front by Conway, just wide. Mazzaros behind the net, kicks it to his stick. Into the opposite corner. Out to the point for Gannon. He walks the line. Looks for options, plays it over to his partner, Poole. Sauced across for Bigda. He takes a shot, but it's right into the breadbasket. And Kearney will hold on to that one. 46 seconds left to go on the power play for the Dogs, as both teams will get a change in personnel. Second unit out there for the Dogs. Parente, Punzenberger, and Eberle, with the forward Gutman on defense and Haugen on the other side. Face-off won by Eberle. Punzenberger on the half wall, digging for it now. Clearing attempt was stopped by Haugen at the point. Over to Eberle, back across for Haugen. Dangerous shot threat from the high point here. Haugen a left-handed shot with a one-timer. Turned away. Rebound in the corner. That's a great shot from Haugen there. Bigda with it in the that's Eberle in the corner. Up top, Punzenberger walking in. Down low again, Eberle. Back up top, Haugen, but he couldn't quite settle it. And the referee, or the linesman, will say that it left the zone. So we'll get a whistle for the offsides. 13 seconds left to go on the Dogs' power play. We'll get a new unit out there. Face off in front of the Georgia bench. And it's won by Santa Maria. Haugen floats it into the zone. He takes a hard check on the near boards here, but he gets right back up. Bouncing puck saved by Newbold. awkward clearing attempt there. But Newbold was up for the task. That will do it for the Dogs power play. So they're 2 for 4 on the night as Campbell floats that one to the opposite corner. Crawford chasing for the Dogs. He takes a check down there. Cleared out to center. Burnett there for the Dogs. Able to punch it right off the glass. Campbell trying to glove it down, but he couldn't get control of it. And it goes far side Haynold now. He dumps it into the opposite corner. Kopf with it up to the point, but it's taken away. And a pass for Crawford from Campbell was just out in front of him. So Crawford will take it into the corner. Good check there, and it's taken away from Crawford. Haynold whiffs on the pass, but gets control of it once again. A little bit of extra going on in front of the Georgia bench. Shot just wide of Newbold. Strauss able to come back on the back check and just take away the opportunity. Samuelson takes a hard check from Bigda. Shot from the point is tipped away. Eggmeyer. Bigda meets him on the half wall. Out in front, Strauss able to stick that one again to the boards. Bigda looking to clear it, but another shot from the point. That one was going wide. Puma around behind the net. Crawford able to clear it out to center ice. So Dogs will change. Stretch pass looking for O'Brien, but it goes off the back of his skate. Nice move there by Mazzaros to punch it back into the zone. Bigda chasing too. Mazzaros still fighting for it. Walking out of the half wall. He's met in the slot, so he'll dump it back into the corner where Bigda will chase it. Then back around for Conway. Eggmeyer there, battling Conway for it. Gannon trying to step up and keep it in. And it's hemmed in right on the boards. Good check there by Bigda. We got a delayed penalty coming up on Bigda. Good play there by Strauss to take away the opportunity, and we'll have a power play coming up for Clemson. Like the referee said that check was just a little bit late from Bigda. Or maybe the guy didn't have the puck. Either way, it's a power play for the Tigers. The Dogs will be short-handed for the first time in this game. Big opportunity coming up here for the Tigers. This could be a huge shift in momentum in this game. It's been all Dogs pretty much through the first 27 minutes of this one. Face off won by the Tigers. Bartow lays out and gets that one just out to center ice. Good play there on the penalty kill, and Spicer able to float it down into the corner. This penalty killing unit for the Dogs is excellent, and they're without one of their better players on the penalty kill tonight, as Whitwer is still out with an injury. Punched into the zone, but fired right back out by Spicer. That'll take a few more seconds off the clock. 30 seconds already gone off the Clemson power play, and they have nothing to show for it so far. Samuelson loses it in his own zone. Bartow able to keep him in deep, and he'll change. And he runs into his own man. Here comes Campbell, walking in. Campbell shoots, save, rebound out in front. Gannon with a shot, but it just goes high. What a chance shorthanded for the Dogs on a huge miscue at the blue line for the Tigers. And Gannon will just hem this one in and take a ton of time off the clock. So an excellent penalty kill thus far. And another bad break as Haynold's stick breaks, and a pass just out in front of Kopf. So Campbell will clear this one out, but it's taken away at the point by Kopf. Shot out in front, but it's sticked away.
Things cannot get worse.
Into the rafters. You could hear my cameraman Connor Lebrecht say things could not get much worse. A really weird sequence of events there for Clemson on the power play. A bad play as Samuelson lost control of the puck in his own slot, regains control, and then runs into his own man at the blue line. And they finally get it away, and Haynold breaks a stick on the far board. When it rains, it pours, I guess. Haugen with it inside the Georgia zone. Pokes it out, but just kept in. Haugen still fighting for it, trying to get it out. Still digging at the point. Played down low. Good save there by Newbold on the shot. Back up top to the point. Across for Schweizer. Cross for Schweizer. Schweizer into the corner. They'll take it behind the net. Out the opposite side. Here's Kopf with it. Played to the half wall. Brucker back up top. Schweizer with it. He takes a shot pass, but it was sticked away by Conway. Good defensive play there, and that will do it for the Clemson power play. An ugly one at that. Schweizer with it, looking back door, but a good stick there. And that one will go out of play. So this one will remain 2-0 off a great penalty kill from the Dogs. They had all of the scoring chances, it seemed, on that one. As this faceoff will stay inside the Georgia zone, fresh legs out there for both teams. Faceoff won cleanly by Conway. Burnett rims it around the boards, looking for Mazzaros on the opposite side. Trying to chop it off the boards and out, but a good stick there. And it's kept in the zone, into the slot. Good play there by Haugen, but we got a delayed penalty coming up. And Haugen will plead his case. So Clemson right back to the power play. They'll hope for a little bit better of a showing than last time. Face-off won by the Dogs. Strauss's clearing attempt didn't quite make it out to center, and it's kept at the point. Samuelson with it now. Down low for Chazar. Back to Samuelson on the point. Owen Turner down low. Chazar back up top. Samuelson with a shot. Good block off the post. Rebound scores! Looks like that puck bounced around for an eternity down there, and it finally found the back of the net. So it's a power play goal for the Tigers. Looks like Cade Hainold put that in, so the new stick working for him. Tigers able to narrow the lead to just one, little over halfway, or a little under halfway, pardon me, left to go in this second period. As the faceoff is won at center by the Tigers, but a good pick there by Poole at the blue line. Taken away from him, Chazar 2-on-1 for the Tigers. Passed out in front, shot just goes wide. What a great chance for the Tigers, as they've got a lot of momentum now. Dubos at the point, his shot, he scores! Somehow that one found the back of the net. Looks like maybe Chazar tipped it. I'm not sure Newbold saw that one. So it's a brand new game, everybody. Surely Newbold would like to have that one back. Face off one again at center, and it's Tigers again carrying it into the zone. Pass intended for the man out in front. Samuelson with a shot off the rebound. It goes into the corner. Strauss with a little bit of extra, and we got another penalty coming up on the play. Extracurriculars after the whistle. And Strauss takes his man to the ground. So tempers flaring here from the Dogs. We'll wait and see what the calls are. Remember, the initial delayed penalty was on the Dogs. But who knows what the referees saw in that scrum. Strauss and Kopf got tangled up in the corner. That's Herbert Kopf for the Tigers. So he's in the box. And so is Strauss. We await the signal. Ice Dawgs players signaling fives to the bench. So it looks like we're going to have 5-on-5 hockey. The Dogs escape another Clemson power play. And like we always say, it wouldn't be college hockey without a lot of confusion in the box. Certainly wouldn't be Ice Dawgs hockey without a lot of penalties to both sides. Dogs relatively disciplined so far in this game, but 2 quick goals and tempers flaring as the face-off is won by the Dogs. Martin inside his own zone, looking up top for Eberle. So it looks like they're actually playing 4-on-4 for 2 minutes here. Eberle trying to kick it out in front. Parente with it now inside the corner. Blomqvist over to Owen Turner. Back to Blomqvist behind the net. He's pressured by Gannon. Owen Turner back down low. It's Brucker. Long stretch pass tipped over for Owen Turner. He passes across, but the shot just went off the side of the net. The extension from Sully Kopp couldn't quite get all of it. Shot from the point, blocked in front. Good play there by Eberle. Parente looking for Eberle on the stretch pass, but it just goes out in front of him. No icing. Eberle first man to it. Brucker and Eberle into the boards. Good hit there from Eberle, still digging for it now. Owen Turner in to take it from him. Eberle with a nice play, though. He takes a shot from the slot. Great chance for Eberle. Able to pick the pocket and walk out with it. Couldn't quite get a shot on net. As Gannon circles back, plays it off the boards. Conway with it now down the left wing side. Drops it off for Gannon on the circle. He stops up and waits for help. Curls back into the corner. Nice move by Gannon. But it's poked away from him finally by Blomqvist. Kopp looking for Owen Turner, but Mazzaros is back for the Dogs. Gannon at center. Taken away from him by Kopp and shot into the Dogs zone. So Tigers will get a change. Martin with a stretch pass for Conway, looking for Mazzaros. Here comes Mazzaros down the right wing with a shot blockered away. Conway on the rebound, looking for Mazzaros on the back door, but it was a bouncing pass, and it's taken right back the other way. Schweitzer with it now for the Tigers. Cutting to the net. His shot goes wide. Martin clears it. And Conway first man to it with speed. Here comes Conway down the left wing. Nice move to get around his man. Cutting in. Good save there. Rebound. Mazzaros with the shot off the rebound, but it's covered up by Kearney. What a great play by Declan Conway to get a shot off there. Looked like he didn't have anything, and he made the backhand toe drag between the legs. Eight seconds left to go on the penalties to Strauss and Kopp. Face off inside the Clemson zone. And it's won by the Tigers. Samuelson fires it off the boards and out to center. Not enough for icing as Poole curls it back, and that will do it for the 4-on-4. So team's back at even strength, or 5-on-5 that is, full strength. Poole curls back and looks for help. On the wall, Bigda. Down low, Mazzaros out in front. Gutman with it at the high circle. His shot gloved away by Kearney. Good save on a great chance there from Gutman. And that puck is cleared all the way down. It looks like the Dogs are actually on the power play here. Apologies for that. Gannon out of his own zone now. Bigda trying to punch it in, but he's pinched on by Samuelson. And Dubos in behind his own net. He's hounded there by Gutman and Mazzaros. One's cleared all the way down. Just over a minute left to go on the Dogs' power play. Penalty was tripping to Christian Romeo of the Tigers. Gutman walking in, drops it off to the point for Gannon. He has to punch it down in deep, though. There's a good forecheck there at the point by Hainold. Gannon back with it on the point. Nice move to get away from his man. Trying to walk in, but it's stripped from him by Samuelson. Stretch pass for Hainold. He had the tying goal earlier in this period. Poole pokes it away out of the corner. Samuelson looking there, but a great poke check there from Newbold. And the Dogs will look up ice once again. 30 seconds left to go on this power play. Gutman with a nice move at center. And across the blue line, walking into the high slot. His shot was blocked, but he'll get control of it once again. Across the line, Poole with a shot pass, but it goes off a stick. and poked out to center. Strong play there from the Tigers player, and he's taken down as Newbold came out to play it. Clean play there. Bigda out of his own zone. 5 seconds left to go on the Georgia power play. Here's Bigda in the slot. Down low, and he loses control of it, so that will do it for the Dogs power play. And Kearney jumps on that one and freezes it. So we didn't see Declan Conway on that power play with his usual line. Instead, it was Trevor Gutman on the first unit with Bigda and Mazzaros. So we'll keep an eye on that as he went down hard on that nice chance that he had on the nice backhand toe drag, but he was tripped up and he went down hard into the boards. Punzenberger with a shot off the draw, but it just goes wide. Parente there. Burnett able to poke it back in. Floated out to center, but Parente able to glove it down at the blue line and send it back into the corner. Rimmed around the boards by Romeo. Taken away by Punzenberger. His pass intended for Burnett went wide, so Burnett will pull it back into his own zone to his partner Puma. Up for Parente, but he loses the puck, and offsides is called at the Georgia blue line. Face off just outside of the Georgia zone on the near side here. Burnett with it, floats it off the boards, but it gets caught up in the referee's leg. Bryant pokes it back in. Spicer there for the Dogs. Looking for Bardo on the far side, who clears it out to center right. Cleared once again back into the Georgia zone. Newbold stops it up for Burnett. Off the boards for Gutman. To Spicer at center, and he'll try and float it into the corner, but it's gloved down by Dubos. Nice play there. But Gutman gets it right back at center ice. He takes a hard check there from Schweitzer at the blue line. Samuelson up the board, but it's poked away by Spicer. Good forecheck there, and he'll dump it right back in deep. Eggmeyer behind his own net. Off the boards, Gutman picks it off. Out in front, Burnett walking in. He shoots just wide. Great feed there from Gutman to find Burnett pinching in on the back door. Dogs still with control of it. Spicer at the point. Off the helmet of Gutman, it stays in. Bardo trying to walk in, but it's just mishandled. And taken out by Samuelson. Long shift for him, plays it over to Schweitzer. His shot goes wide. Puck in behind the net as Clemson changes after a long shift. Burnett and Puma play catch behind their own net. Almost turned over behind the net to O'Brien, but Burnett able to poke it out to center. Floated right back into the Dog zone. Puma gloves it down while his forwards change, looking for the stretch pass. Here's Conway walking in. Conway has Bigda on the back door. Patted away off the weird tip. Went off a defensive stick, but Kearney able to reach out with the pad and kick it away. Right back into the Clemson zone. Bigda in the corner. Conway looking out in front for Poole, but a bouncing pass went over his stick, and the Tigers will come back the other way. Here's Papa with a shot. Good stick there by Strauss, goes way high. Poole and O'Brien battling for it now. Haynold out of the corner. His shot was tipped, so not much on that one. Strauss chops it up the boards for Bigda. He takes the hit on the half wall, but Conway will skate it out himself. Conway down the left wing side once again. Nice backhand shot from the hash marks, but it was turned away. Zaros with it, out in front. Strauss with a shot, kicked away. Looked like it went off a body in front. Conway in the corner once again. He's taken to the wall by Chazar. Big check there from Bigda, and we got a penalty coming up on the Dogs. And a Clemson player is down. That looks like Cade Haynold. Not really sure what Bigda was thinking on that play, as Haynold clearly did not have the puck, and his back was to Bigda, so we'll see what the call is, but certainly hitting from behind is up in the air. Looks like that's the signal. 2 minutes for a check in the back to Matt Bigda. Face-off will go back into the Georgia zone as Clemson back to the power play. They're 1 for 3 on the night. Poole rims it around the boards, and that one will go all the way down into the Tigers' zone, where Kearney stops it up behind his net. Up the boards is Owen Turner, but it's stripped from him by Mazzaros. Poked all the way out to center. Poole able to chop it back, though. Mazzaros gets control again. Poole looking up ice, and he'll just clear it into the far corner, but it's gloved down at the blue line by Samuelson, and he'll skate it right back into the Georgia zone. Samuelson over to Chazar. Pass across, but he couldn't get a shot away. That was Kopf. Kopf walking out of the corner. Nice move there to get a shot from the goal line, but it just goes wide. Samuelson at the point, over to Owen Turner. Back to Samuelson. Down low. Chazar whiffs on the pass, but keeps control of it. Samuelson back at the point, over to Haynold. Back to Owen Turner. Good cycling here from the Tigers, looking for a shot on this power play. Across for Chazar, but he couldn't get a shot away. Tigers still with control of it. Drops it off Owen Turner. Over to Samuelson. Tees one off, but a good block there by Strauss. Chazar takes a hit from Strauss there as Conway tries to get it out to center, but Mazzaros finally does. Mazzaros on the move here. He's the only man back there. He might have a chance shorthanded. Shot from the goal line, easily turned away by Kearney. Another good pick there from Mazzaros, though, and Kearney forced to cover up. Mazzaros an ever-dangerous threat on the forecheck. He forces a lot of turnovers inside the offensive zone. When you'll see defensemen get lazy and just pass it across to each other, he's always there. And he gets a lot of scoring chances off of those types of turnovers. The faceoff will stay inside the Clemson zone. 35 left to go. Spicer walking in off the faceoff. Nice move! Just couldn't quite finish as Kearney sprawled out. Here comes Schweitzer, and he'll dump it into the far corner. And Newbold will cover up. So Spicer certainly kicking himself out there, as he just walked straight in from the faceoff and got a great chance, but he looks like he just mishandled it a little bit, and he couldn't quite put it home. Face off inside the Georgia zone. 18 seconds left to go on the power play. It's won by the Tigers. Across. Back D. Schweitzer on the point. His shot is swallowed up by Newbold. And they'll try again from that same face-off circle. Spicer loses the draw once again, but that one goes right out to center on the miscue there from the Clemson wingers. So they'll punch it right back in, and that will do it for the power play for the Tigers. Gannon in his own zone. He's held into the boards. Gouveia with it. Gannon takes it away from him, and he'll look up ice. Under a minute left to go here in the second period. Long stretch pass for Parente. He'll take it in the corner. Centering pass. Bardo with a shot. Good save there by Kearney. Parente with it once again in the corner. He's taken down hard. Chipped out to center. Martin there. Gannon back on the Dogs' blue line. Looks up top for Bardo, but just out of his reach. Bardo chasing into the corner. Less than 30 seconds left to go here. Parente in the corner. Looking up top. Gannon on the blue line. Over to his partner, Martin. Down low, looking for Parente on the back door, but it's a good pick there by Brucker. And he'll put it back into the Georgia zone. One last chance for the Dogs if they hurry. Pass for Punzenberger, but he was flat-footed on the blue line. 6 seconds left to go. Martin stops it up. Punzenberger at center, and that will do it for the second period. As we've got a penalty right at the end of the period. So Gannon was taken down right at the horn there. Looks like the Dogs will be getting a power play. When we come back for third period action, we'll see you right back here. Don't go anywhere.
And here comes
Welcome back to third period action here of Ice Dawgs hockey. The Dogs are currently tied with the Clemson Ice Tigers, 2-2 going into this third period. Right at the end of that second period, we saw a penalty from Lance Ralston of the Tigers, so the Dogs will be starting this third off with a power play. First power play unit back out there for the Dogs. Conway, Big Mazaros with Poole and Gannon on the back end. Face off at center ice, won by the Tigers. We are go for the final period of regulation hockey. And that one's cleared right back down into the Georgia zone. Up ice, Poole goes across for Conway. Back to Poole, over to Gannon. Down low. Big on the half wall in front. Conway with a shot. Blockered away, bouncing around in behind the net. Conway gets control of it once again. Plays it up the boards, but it's fired out by Hanold, and Clemson will get a change. Landing up the boards for Poole, and just lofted into the zone, and Kearney will hold on to it. Face-off will be inside the Clemson zone. Off the draw. It's Conway looking in front for Mazaros. Good play there off the face-off, but Mazaros went careening into the net. And knocked it loose, so we'll get another face-off here inside the Clemson zone. Face off once again inside the Clemson zone to the right of Kearney. Off the tie-up, the Tigers trying to fire it out, and it's finally chipped out to center. Owen Turner chasing it. Gannon back for the Dogs. Plays it back off the boards. Poole with it, under a minute left to go on this power play. Poole skating it across center now. Into the zone down the left wing side. Nice move at the blue line, but he's held up a little bit into the corner. Still with it, Poole. Looking out up top for Conway. Good reach to get the puck and keep it in the zone. Back across, Poole at the top of the circle. Return pass to Conway, down low. Big at the top of the circle. Conway looking for the one-timer, but a good stick there from Owen Turner to keep it away from him. Looking back door, but it's just tipped high. Big in the corner now. Mazaros up top, Poole with it. Down low, back to Mazaros. Mazaros walking out of the corner, Poole at the point. Looking for the shot, down low for Gannon. On the half wall, Gannon up to Poole with a shot. Tipped in front, Bigda with the rebound out in front, Conway with it. Still battling for it, and it's held on to by Kearney. Looked like a loose puck. Less than a second left on the power play for the Dogs. Ralston stuck in the box for the time being. Face-off won by the Dogs. Eberle walking in with a shot, but it's blocked in front. Good play there from Romeo. Eberle still with control, plays it down low for Punzenberger. Out in front, Parente with a backhand over to Eberle with a shot, but just wide. Great pass from Parente. Eberle's shot just a little bit wide. Martin at the point, tipped in front. Another good chance from Eberle, but a great save by Kearney. Eberle with it once again, down low, Punzenberger. Looking out in front for Eberle, but it's finally taken away by Schweitzer. Stopped up Bryant. Punzenberger battling him for it at center. Over to Eberle, nice pass. Walking into the zone, makes a nice move, cutting the net. Looking for Parente, bouncing around. Punzenberger with the rebound, still loose. Kearney didn't know where that one was. It got cleared into the corner. Parente stepping up, but the Tigers come back the other way. Good play there by Martin to chip it back into the Clemson zone. Punzenberger couldn't quite stop it at the blue line, so it will go back out into neutral zone. Taken away from him. And here comes Bryant the other way for the Tigers. He'll float it in on Newbold, so the Tigers will get a change. Up the boards, Parente kicks it. Stopped up at the blue line. Still battling for it, Parente. And finally cleared. Kopp skating back the other way for Clemson. Down the right wing side, forced to the outside by Martin. Looking for a centering pass, but not quite enough on it. Punzenberger goes off the glass and out to center, where Parente chases it. Nice play by Parente walking in. Cutting to the net, but it's sticked away from him. Good defensive play there by the Tigers to keep that scoring chance away. Centering pass from Spicer. Bardo couldn't quite get a shot away as it went over the net. Puck cleared all the way back down into the Georgia zone. Haugen trying to get it out, but it's kept in at the point. Rucker with a shot, blockered away by Newbold. Great save there on the shot from the point. Spicer trying to clear it, and he does. No icing, as they say Samuelson could have played that one. Dubos behind his own net, drops it off for Samuelson. Back over Hainold with it now. Stretch pass. Here's Kopp with it, playing it out to center for Chazar. Dropped off for Hainold. Into the corner, Haugen with it for the Dogs. He takes a check from Kopp, taken it back away by Hainold. Cycled out to the top. Samuelson with a shot, but right into the chest of Newbold, and he'll hold on to it. Face-off won by the Dogs. Campbell looking up ice. Just out in front of Crawford, but he gets it off the boards. Looking in front, Campbell with the rebound. Good save there by Kearney on a great chance. Off the feed from Crawford. Here come the Tigers the other way. Chazar drops it off. Shot from Samuelson, patted away. Rebound, Hainold misses. What a play by Newbold, scrambling back to get across. Looks like he got a blocker on it. Hainold behind the net, playing up top for Samuelson, but sticked away from him by Campbell. And it finds its way to center. Fired right back into the zone. Great play there by Newbold on the recovery. The shot might have missed the net, but he was there to take away the angle as that one goes back into the Clemson zone. In behind the net, Romeo. Almost turned over, but it's taken away, and Dubos will skate it out. Up for Clark, and he'll shoot it into the zone. Puma rims it around the boards, though. Big good there for the Dogs. Drops it off for... And we got a delayed penalty coming up on the Tigers. Dogs with control in the offensive zone, and Poole will take it back, so they make sure they get a sixth man, but looks like Conway's down in the corner, so we'll get a whistle instead. Conway had to walk through 4 defenders on that play, taking a lot of high sticks. We'll see what the call is. It is a high stick on Lance Ralston. Big props to Declan Conway for being able to walk through that and drawing the penalty. Looks like he'll remain out there for the power play. Face-off won by Eberle, and the Dogs are back on the power play. Played back for Gannon, and he'll pull it back for the Dogs to regroup. Nice move in the slot. Dangerous play there from Gannon, but he plays it up the boards for Conway. Down the left wing side. Conway looking for Big Dub, but he couldn't get a shot away. Puck still bouncing around in the high circle, and it's cleared by Owen Turner. Gannon in transition from behind his own net, back up the boards for Conway. Rimmed back behind the net, Bigda chasing it. Trying to play it back up to the point, but it's taken away and cleared into the Georgia zone. Clemson will get fresh legs on this kill here as Gannon skates it out of his own zone. Pass across to his partner Poole. Poole with speed across the blue line, walking in, couldn't quite get around Samuelson. The last man back, Samuelson takes him into the boards. Off the glass, and this one will go out of play. Ice Dawgs players held their breath there as that one almost hit the pipe running behind the benches. Face-off will be inside the Georgia zone. It's Clemson zone, pardon me. Georgia still on the power play, under a minute left to go as this one's cleared by Hainold. So Haugen will curl back behind his net and skate it up himself. Pass across just out in front of Punzenberger. But Haugen punches it right back, and it's finally cleared again by Clemson. So Gutman will curl it back behind his net. Nice move by Gutman to get away from Chazar. But he whiffs on the pass at center, and Hainold gets control and will just float it right back into the Dog zone. So under 30 seconds left to go on the second Georgia power play of the period. Gutman down the right wing side. Shoots it around the board, looking for Eberle on the other side. Dubose there fighting Punzenberger for it. Pops out for Parente. He's hounded there by Koff, but Punzenberger comes away with it. Nice move, but he couldn't quite hold on to it. As Samuelson clears, here comes Kopp. He's got a man streaking down the left wing side. Gloved by Newbold. What a great save on the 2-on-1. Great save by Newbold to keep this one tied. Newbold hasn't seen much action in this third period, but he's still awake back there. Great play as he blockers another one away. Crawford looking up to center, plays it off for Campbell. Down the right wing side, shot off the pad. Crawford streaking in, but he couldn't get a shot off the rebound. Puck bounces into the opposite corner. Santa Maria there, but it's cleared out to center where Burnett will play it. Power play has expired for the Dogs. Here comes Carey for the Tigers. He'll just float it back in. Puma will circle back behind his own net, chased by Schweitzer. Looking for the pass out into the slot was Bryant, but it was taken away from him by Santa Maria, who will skate back the other way. His pass just out in front of Crawford. No icing on the play. Santa Maria's there first. Still fighting for it behind the net. Good play by Santa Maria, but it's finally taken away from him by Carey. Those two still tangled up behind the net. Puma loses an edge on the pinch. Pass just out in front of Owen Turner. His shot from the hash mark sticked away by Newbold. Owen Turner across for Blomqvist, looking for Owen Turner once again in the slot, but off his stick and into the corner. Puma chasing. Blomqvist pinches. Santa Maria tried to fire it off the glass, but it just went right over the boards and out of play. So the puck will stay inside the Georgia zone as the defensive zone face-off coming up for the Dogs. First line back out there. And it's won by the Tigers. Played up to the point. Brucker is looking for a shot, but it was sticked into the corner. Poole rims it off the boards. Mazzaro's trying to punch it out to center, and he does. Bigda stops up, Nice pass over to Conway across the blue line. Another nice move, but a good pinch there by Brucker. Conway regains control, down low, Bigda in the corner, looking for the centering pass, but it goes off a skate at the side of the net. Poole at the point, his shot off a skate in front. Good block there by Blomqvist. Mazaros almost picks one off at center, but he couldn't quite get it stick on it. Conway hounded by Eggmeyer. Played out to center, but a good stick there at the blue line. Here come the Tigers back the other way. Fired across the blue line there by O'Brien, but taken away by the Dogs. Here's Strauss. Couldn't quite hold on to it as it comes right back out to neutral territory. One thing to note about this rink, the neutral zone is very small compared to other zones, or other rinks, pardon me. As you'll see, the face-off circle is almost the entire zone. Big offensive zone. Good strip there by O'Brien at the blue line to get it away from Poole. Looking for Eggmeyer. Good stick there by Strauss defensively to take away that chance and keep this one tied. Strauss with it again in his own zone. Plays it up the boards, but it's turned over to Chazar at the blue line. Punzenberger, nice move at his own blue line, though, and it comes out to center. And Samuelson is there, though, for the Tigers to put it back into the corner. Tigers in the midst of a change. Poole in behind his own net. Skating it out himself. Turns it over in the slot. Chazar Hainold's shot off the side of the net. Rimmed around the boards by Strauss. Parente there for the Dogs. Nice move at the blue line. So the Dogs will get a change, and Punzenberger just offside. He tried to stretch it out, but he couldn't quite get there. Face off in front of the Clemson bench, and it's won by the Dogs. But Clemson gets control inside their own blue line. BDD pass Samuelson off the glass, glove down by Hainold, and here he comes down the left wing side. Hainold looking for someone in front, but he's hooked up. Looks like the penalty will be to the Dogs, number 44, Bill Martin. 2 minutes for hooking, so Clemson back to the power play. So a huge opportunity for Clemson to take their first lead of the night here. Face off inside the Georgia zone. Face off won by the Tigers. Owen Turner at the point. Plays it across. Samuelson back to his partner. Over to Hainold on the circle. His shot blocked by Puma. Centering pass goes off a stick. Good poke check there by Newbold, and Spicer will skate it out for the Dogs. Here comes Spicer with a shot. He scores! Short-handed Dylan Spicer with a snipe from the high slot. The Dogs take the lead. And the bench is fired up on that guest side. So a huge jolt here for the Dogs. With 8:30 left to go in the third period, the Dogs retake the lead. Here comes Schweitzer with some speed, but he loses control of it, and the Georgia bench lets him hear it. As they're forced to dump that one in behind the net, Newbold stops it up for Puma. He goes off the glass and out to center. Lucky bounce there. And the Dogs will get a change, a well-deserved change for Dylan Spicer. Excellent penalty killing from him tonight. Here comes Kopp. He's stopped up by Gannon. Played out for Mazaros. Here comes Mazaros back the other way. Here's a break for Mazaros, cutting in into the slot. He scores! Josh Mazaros, another shorthanded goal. What a play from Mazaros. short-handed, and just a terrible break for Clemson on the power plays. They'll take a timeout here. And a word from my cameraman, Connor LeBrecq.
Messi is blowing kisses to the Clemson fan section, which I assume are the players' girlfriends, and they are blowing them back. Messi is on fire right now.
Winning on and off the ice, Josh Mazzaros. What a penalty kill here for the Dogs. They take a bad penalty. Well, it seemed like it might have been a soft call on the hook for Martin, but either way, a really bad break for the Dogs late in the third period to go down shorthanded. But instead, they take it right back and regain the lead and pad it a little more. 2 goals in very quick succession for the Dogs. So believe it or not, Clemson's still on the power play. Face off once again at center. 56 seconds left to go on the penalty to Bill Martin. And he's smiling down there in the penalty box as Hainold floats it into the corner. Newbold chops it out. Good shot there by Chazar, but Newbold squeezes the legs. Close call there from Newbold as he reached out for the poke check. Almost turned it over, but Chazar couldn't quite get a good shot away. And he'll keep the lead at 2. Face off won by the Tigers. Hainold gloves it down. He takes a hard check on the half wall. Owen Turner with it back down low to Hainold. Skating in behind the net, looking up to the point. Samuelson with it. He takes his pass across, but a Kopp just barely missed the net. Samuelson back on the point, D to D. Owen Turner walking in. His shot blockered away by Newbold. Another good save there by the Georgia netminder. Back up top. Cross Samuelson. Down low Chazar, but his pass was right to nobody, and that one will go right back into the Clemson zone. 10 seconds left to go on the Tigers' power play. Owen Turner curling back. Samuelson with it. But almost a bad turnover there as Conway was right there in the slot as the Dogs very successfully. Mazzaros with it now. His shot, but sticked away. Another great chance right at the end of the penalty kill for the Dogs. I was about to say a very successful penalty kill at that. Strauss with it. Poole there to back him up, and he'll fire it off the boards. Dumped into the zone. Icing is called. Face-off will be inside the Clemson zone as they sort out who was on the ice at the time of the icing. Face-off won by the Tigers and fired right back out, but this one will just go for another icing. So those legs will not be able to change. Off in the same spot to the right of Kearney. And it's won back again by the Tigers. Still a tired group out there for Clemson as Samuelson whiffs on the pass. Hainold trying to clear it, but a good pinch there by Poole to keep it in. His shot patted away there by Kearney. Good save. Kopp trying to get it out, and he does. He'll skate it out to center. Takes a check there from Strauss. Good play there at the blue line. Maurer fighting forward in the corner. Samuelson up to the point for Bryant. Trying to lay it down, and it goes into the corner. Away from danger. Poole in his own corner now. Finally, the Tigers will change. Strauss skating it out. Strauss across center, and he'll lay it down, blockered away by Kearney. Santa Maria in for the Dogs. Digging in the corner. He's tripped up. No call on the play. Santa Maria still battling for it. Spicer gets it. Gannon's shot tipped in front by Santa Maria. Crawford on the goal line with the rebound, looking for someone in front, but a good stick there to take away the pass. Santa Maria still with it in the corner. Looking out in front for Crawford, but a good kick by the Tigers defenseman. He takes Crawford into the boards. Gavea and Crawford battling for it. Santa Maria comes away with it. Up to the top for Poole. Dumps it into the corner. Spicer at the side of the net, trying to get a shot. Looks like Kearney didn't know the puck was there. And that one just floated out to center. Poole back inside the Georgia zone. He'll shoot it down. No icing. As Romeo stops it up inside the Clemson zone. Cleared back out to center. Defenseman playing catch with it right now. Up to Gutman. He'll just tip it into the zone. Gutman and Bryant with a little extra contact here. Bardo with a shot down low. Gutman pass across for Spicer, but just over his stick. Good chance there on the feed from Gutman. Here come the Tigers the other way. Shot from the high slot is easily blocked away by Newbold. Gutman mishandled the pass. Kopp with it now. Spicer trying to get it back from him, and he does. Bardo turns it over at the blue line, though. Owen Turner walking in, taken away from him by Gannon. And he'll curl back behind his net. Gannon looking up ice to Gutman on the boards. And he'll just chip it out to center. This one will go for icing. The Dogs will not get a change. .401 left to go in the third period. The Dogs lead by 2. Defensive zone face-off coming up for Georgia. Spicer out there. He loses that one, though. Blomqvist across. His shot tipped in front. Rebound score! Looked like Herbert Kopp. Sorry, it was Chazar on the rebound. Tigers pull back within 1. That was just a great chance on the shot from the point. Puck bouncing around in front. Newbold couldn't quite reach out his pad across to save that one. And the Tigers with some life late in this third period. It's worth noting that the Georgia players were out there after the icing, so some tired legs in front of the net couldn't quite clear the sticks away. And the result was a goal. Face-off won at center by the Tigers. And just chipped into the corner by Samuelson. Halligan there, rims it around the boards for Punzenberger. And he'll skate it out. Here comes Eberle 2-on-1. Eberle and Parente. Eberle with a shot. He scores! The Dogs answer right back. Eberle with a snipe. And it's 5-2. 5-3, sorry. What a shot from Eberle on the 2-on-1. He didn't have the pass, and he just picked the corner instead. And the Dogs bench fired up, showing Eberle their support with a big group. Oh yeah, on the bench. As a face-off is won at center by the Tigers. Bryant dumps it in. Haugen there back for the Dogs. So a quick answer from Georgia, showing no signs of slowing in this third period. Punzenberger with a nice move at the blue line, but it's poked away from him. Haugen there to pick it up and shoot it back into the zone. Samuelson looking up ice, plays it back for Dubos, but it's picked off by Eberle. Looking for the pass out in front for Parente, but it went off the side of the net. Schwaner, Samuelson with it, drops it off for Dubos, but he has to turn to get that puck, so he'll just dump it in. Haugen in behind his own net. Hooked up a little bit on the side of the wall there. No call on the play. Eberle will skate it out himself. Eberle across center. With speed, looking for Parente, but he had to stop up to avoid the offside, so no one there. Punzenberger keeps it in, though. Eberle walking back out, lays it down into the corner, and he'll get a change. Punzenberger behind the net. Sticked away from him, and it's fired all the way out into the Georgia zone. Icing is called. So a little delay as Kearney fixes his equipment in the Clemson goal. And we'll keep an eye on him late in this third period. Clemson down 2. We'll see if they decide to pull the goalie when they get control of it in the Georgia zone. Gavea and Conway line up. Conway tries to go between the legs again. It worked for him earlier. Bigda gets control. His shot down low is just sticked away by Romeo. Mazzaro's battling for it. Samuelson comes away with it. Plays it up the boards for Gavea. Trying to chip around Strauss, but it's kept in the zone. Mazzaro's trying to get his man. It's floated out to center, where Strauss will play it, and he'll hold on to it for a little longer. Mazzaro should just tip it into the zone. Dogs killing clock with 2 minutes left to go in this third period. Romeo looking up ice over to Samuelson. His stretch pass way out in front of his man, so it'll go for icing. So face-off will be right back in the Clemson zone. Face-off won by the Tigers. Samuelson trying to skate it out. Looks across ice for Kopf, but Strauss is there, and he'll just punch it right back into the Tigers zone. Not enough for icing, though, as Samuelson will have to take it out again. Picked off there. Here's Bigda. Conway into the corner. Around the other side. Out of the corner, up top for Poole. His shot from the point, gloved down by Kearney, and he'll hold on. Face off again to the left of Kearney inside the Clemson zone. Both teams with fresh units out there. Face off won again by the Tigers. But it's kept right back in as Campbell lays it down into the corner. Crawford centering pass looking for Maurer. Maurer with a shot, but it's blocked in front. He'll get control of it though in the corner once again as that puck leaves the ice up into the netting. So another whistle. Lots of whistles late with 2 minutes left to go in this third period. Just over a minute left to go. The Dogs looking to secure the win. Off the tie-up, Maurer tries to kick it back, but it's taken away by Hainold. Maurer takes him into the boards. Good play there by Chazar. Clemson bench motioning for Kearney to come out, so empty net for the Tigers with 1 minute left to go. We got 6 on 5. Centering pass, but Newbold jumps out and pounces on that one. He'll cover it up. Good awareness there from Newbold to take away that chance. Huge draw coming up here. Maurer wins it cleanly. Gannon into the corner. Maurer in to help him out. Fighting for it. Campbell able to shoot it down the ice. Not enough for icing, but just wide of the net. Samuelson behind his own net now. Plays it off for Owen Turner. Cross for Hainold. Crawford reaches out. Almost got a piece of that one. Hainold rims it around the boards. Looking for someone on the opposite side, but no one there. Gannon to it first. Trying to clear it. Maurer with it now. Looking to skate it out, and he does. But it's taken right back in by Kopf. Across for Owen Turner. Takes a check in front of the Georgia bench. 20 seconds left to go for the Dogs. Puck at the point. Hounded by Crawford. In behind the net. Chazar with it. Takes a check from Martin. Campbell with it now, fighting for it. Chazar still with control. Centering pass, Hainold sticked away by Newbold. Good stick there by Martin. Off the post, he scores! Puck went off the post behind the net, or behind Newbold. Hit him in the back. But too little too late, it seems like, with exactly 1 second left to go on the clock. So one last face-off at center ice, and that will do it here as the Dogs win 5-4, the same score as last time they came here, but this time they do it in regulation. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of UGA Ice Dawgs hockey. Stick around and we'll give you our post-game thoughts along with the 3 stars of the game. So thank you for joining us for this presentation of UGA Ice Dawgs hockey as the Dogs beat the Clemson Ice Tigers 5-4. And now we'll hear from our cameraman for tonight, Connor Lebrecq, with the 3 stars of the game.
Third star, I'll have to give it to Declan Conway. He made a lot of flashy plays, but he really played his heart out tonight and helped carry the Dogs to a win.
And a great shot, highlight reel goal in the first period.
For sure.
Excellent shot over the corner, or over the glove, top corner of Kearney. Second star of the game is going to be Nick Newbold. You wouldn't really see it from the stats if you just looked at the box score, but a lot of good chances for Clemson is what they scored on. Four goals on about 25 shots. Not the best stats-wise, but Newbold made some great timely saves for the Dogs to keep that one tied late and eventually secure the W.
He was there when we needed him, for sure.
And our first star of the game
is Daniel Spicer.
Daniel Spicer, first star of the game, with a huge shorthanded goal late in the third period to put the Dogs up 3-2, which was followed up quickly by Mazzaros 4-2. So congratulations to Daniel Spicer for the first star of the game.
He also scored a highlight reel goal, which I'm sure the team will not hear the end of for about 4 to 6 months. But he really showed his heart tonight and gave Clemson a tough time on the man advantage.
So it's Bubba tuning in. Great win by the boys.
Daniel Spicer.
Hard fought win. Dylan Spicer with an absolute Daniel Spicer with an absolute snipe to put us ahead shorthanded, and then Josh Mazzaros followed up with another amazing shorthanded goal to put the Dogs on top once again and brought us to victory.
So a huge game from a lot of the Ice Dawgs stars. They'll keep the win streak alive up to 6 games now. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night right back here as UGA takes